G'day folks, and welcome to World of Tanks with the Magnificent Margon. Yes, it's been a couple of days again, I know. I got held up. Azara, well, as much as I love the girl, and I love playing games with her, Diablo 3 has been killing my YouTube time, I'm really sorry to say. So nonetheless, I've had a few recordings. Her and I got our staffs to get into Whimsyshire or Whimsydale. One of the two. We've been to both zones anyway, and things like that. So I've been a little bit delayed, a little bit slack. Last night I probably stayed up a little bit later than I should have playing games, and the night before, and it's killed me. But anyway, enough is enough. Can't blame her for everything. I should take some of the responsibility. As you can see, I'm in my Cromwell. I have had a monster time in my Cromwell lately. I've had some really fun times, particularly getting air in this thing. For a medium tank, it's actually relatively strong, despite the fact that it's got lots of flat panels. I took a gamble coming round in the swamp to this far right. I did it purely because I wanted to try and see if I can get here and hold them up and spot them. But no one came this way. I've noticed this is becoming a regular trend on Swamp. No one really comes down to south here. It's only a lot of the older players I've noticed that come this way. And there you go. First victim. A nice T-34 for me to pound my shots into. Whittle down his health just nicely. If I can get the shots in. Oh, that one missed, but I didn't have it aimed properly. Take my time for this one. There we go. One more shot. Do it. Where is he? Where is he? Come on. There we go. Oh, you're kidding. Come on, let's finish him off. Come on. There we go. Now, he was the only guy I actually spotted the whole time here. Now, that doesn't mean... now, with this map in total, now, I haven't got the circle on where the map comes up in the center anymore, so I have to use the little map down here. But generally, people like to sit up against this rock, which, if I get the camera right, there it is. Just in those bushes, sometimes they sit and they shoot through here to try and get little targets like myself. And I sort of thought maybe that's the case. I did try to indicate the T1 heavy. He has to move up. There's no one there for him really to shoot now. It'd be nice if we could get around and push this way. The KV-1S is probably pounding shots into the KV-2 if he can see him and things like that. So, but I've popped out far enough for people to shoot at me. And that's why I started to think, hang on a sec. There's no one here. No one else has come down the south road. Well, I'm not going to push up by myself. That would be just madness. You don't do things like that. Now, there is a T-34 behind me. Why he is sitting there is beyond me. When I'm sitting up here like this, indicating there is nothing there. You're not going to get spotted. You're not going to get killed. So I begin to look at the map. Now, if you look at the map, the other flank has fallen quite hard. Most of the tanks are either in the middle or they're coming around my side. I make a decision right now that no, I have to get back and help out the KV-1, the Bishop, the T1 Heavy and the AMX. And of course T1 Heavy, for goodness knows what reason, he decides I'm going to walk away now. Or I'm going to go snipe on a different angle. Yeah, okay, fair enough. You do that. How did you lose hit points? So, it's the way it goes sometimes. So, all in all, I get back here. Now, I have done this before. On one of my other videos, I've come into the exact same position. I actually sat in the bush just to the left of me here. I've sat in it before and sniped up the fairway. This time I decided to go up a little bit further and go into this bush, where I can I can use it for more of a spotting role as well as a shooting role at the same time. A lovely juicy 34 coming around the corner. I'm taking shots at him. There he is. I know I can penetrate him from the front. The Cromwell gun, it's a beautiful gun. Don't ask me all the information on it because that would be just stupid. But anyway, let's have a look down here. 75mm. Yeah, it's pretty good. Penetration 145, average damage 135. Yeah, I can penetrate most things. Can't penetrate a KV-2 though, but if he sits still, I can penetrate him straight down through the front on a nice flat panel. Even at, what is it, 400 meters away. This is great. And look at this, these guys are just rolling up for me. It's like a shooting gallery. It's a Cromwell's heaven. And look at this. This is just brilliant. Goodbye. Next tank. Hello. KV85. Let's see if I can get one to you. Yep. Oh no, someone else got you. KV2. Ah, side of a turret. Okay, thank you. I'll shoot that. I'll have lots of fun. The other thing is, now, I get a bit concerned when I see this. When you see a KV2 aiming straight at you, you sort of go, I think I'm screwed. And that's why I've pulled back. Now you can see, if I zoom out, I've pulled back. Not very well. There's a dust cow. Let's get rid of it. There we go. That's how far back I've pulled. And you can see he's not being spotted by me anymore. He can't see me through the bushes because I'm far enough. The bush is actually giving me cover. So when my shots sail through the bush, it's not doing damage to it's doing damage to him, but he can't actually see me to do damage at me. So I'm using this bush the best way I can. Now I know everyone can see me now. I fired then. I get one hit, the track eats it. There's another one on the track, and another one, a couple of 2 good hits. Yeah, okay, I'm in trouble now. I need to make this gun work. And the reload on this gun, 3 seconds. Like, this is brilliant. 3.2 seconds. Like, this is how it should be. Look at that. Whole enemy team destroyed. The others have finally walked up around the other flank. For goodness knows why they all went that way and left us to pretty well die is beyond me. But it was one of those. It was really good. Like, we know, I'm pretty sure the Stug's coming down this way. He's the only one left. He's by himself now. He's in a lot of trouble. So the VK30 and myself are going up. As you can see, 1,850. I actually think I did 2,000 damage in this battle, and it was a great battle. I will pull the results up. I have uploaded this battle to World of Tanks replays. So it's one of those things where you do this for your viewers and stuff like that. So if you ever want to re-watch this, you can either watch my YouTube video, or you can in essence just go to World Tanks Replay, look up Lower Gabooga, and there's a heap of my good moments up there. And this was probably one of those times. Like this, I've had a lot of great battles in the Cromwell. I can't find a lot of them very quickly. So, as I said, I've reorganised my folders for patch 9.3 to try and get my best battles pulled out straight away into different folders that I've allocated, so that way then I can share them. And I now can go through all my other folders too, because I've sorted those out a bit better too, so I can go through them and show some of the past videos from past patches. I've got back to, I think, 9.0, something like that. I think I got, I think I got 8.10 and 11 I've also got back there as well. A few good battles out there. A lot of the stuff from sort of when I started I have lost due to I don't know what it was, but I had a dodgy period where I lost a lot of files. I don't know what happened, but something was corrupt in my World of Tanks folder. I had to actually re-download World of Tanks, and I couldn't use it in the replays because I couldn't pull them up. So it made it very difficult. I don't know what it was. I don't know what I did. I think I deleted something by accident, which killed the replay system. Didn't kill the gameplay, just killed the replaying sort of system. So, alright. Let's go over and have a look at World of Tanks replays. And let me just show you the results of this battle. Alright guys, here we go, the results. Now, World of Tanks Replays haven't uploaded all of the new awards and badges, but nonetheless, high caliber. As you can see, that was great. KV85 was spotted and killed by myself, along with the T-34 was spotted and wasn't killed, but he was killed. The KV2 was spotted and killed in all one instance, so it wasn't too bad in that regard. Results wise, as you can see, open up the results, nearly 2,000 damage in the Cromwell. That's not too bad. The VK30, which was the other top player in our team, 1700 was very good. So the two medium tanks completely leading the charge. KV-1S. Now I know that people are still getting used to not having the big derp 122mm gun that we're all used to on it, but as a tier 6, having the derp cannon of the KV-1, it's not too bad. It's basically like a heavy medium tank. It's still got the ability to side scrape and bounce. I have played a few. The turret is bouncy to a certain extent. It's not like the old turret that it has, like the one that KV-85 currently has, but it is just as good. So, hey, it's a work in progress, and probably people are still trying to get used to it. KV-1, however, is still a great, very strong tank. And I don't know, out of the two of them, I'm a little bit more prone to use the KV-1, but I have got better in the KV-1S. I have got a few videos I put aside of how I've gone in it, and I've only played a handful, and it took me probably about 3 battles to get used to it again. Being a tier 5 with all the changes, you get used to it, and then all of a sudden you got to readjust how you do it just slightly. It's interesting though, you look at the Churchill. The Churchill was one of the ones that went up the other flank. Tier 1 heavy sat on the hill, playing more of a sniper role than a heavy tank, but he can do that, so it's fine, and I don't mind. Bishop was just unlucky. I think he may have been... I don't think he was really paying attention to the map and sitting in the wrong location when he died, so he could have probably done a lot better. And if we look at our AMX 13 F3, I've seen Kaz playing that and do a hell of a lot better. They're a very accurate tank, and he used to outplay me regularly in my American ones until, well, of recent times when I get big derp cannons on them and the splash range is big enough to actually take out a postcode, as they say. Outside of that, like the KV-216, that's pretty good. The rest of their team really were outplayed. KV-85, I haven't played it yet. It is one I want to jump into. Now, I don't know whether I'm going to try the two different gun combinations. Kaz has told me that the 100mm gun on it is very good. But, like normal, it still has its 122mm derp cannon that the KV-1S used to have. But the reload time's been hammered, as well as the aiming time. So you've got two really big factors playing in your favour with that gun. So it sort of will buff up the 100mm, so it makes it so it's a bit more compatible. We don't want you to just go around derping people in the face. So yeah, but outside of that, like, pretty good and even all-round battle. And I really did enjoy this one, and the Cromwell I'm actually finding is a very strong and great tank. And I'm doing average now of about 1,000 damage, maybe a bit more depending upon circumstances. In the detail report, as you can see, I did a total there of that. My armour did block a few shots, as you saw. The tracks did eat stuff as well. Damage due to player's assistance, only 339, but that's okay. That's the way it goes. 34,000 credits was made in the end, with a total of 4,730 XP. So it's not bad. It was a good battle, and I did enjoy it. If you haven't played the Cromwell, definitely get it. If you like the idea of having a mobile, fairly strong, fairly good medium tank, it is probably up there. I think it's tier 6. Yes, tier 6 tank. That's not too bad. It's not too shabby. It's actually really good, and I'm only playing up this British medium tank line at the moment because I really would like to try out the Centurion 7.1 and the FV4202, I believe it is, which is a top tier medium tank for the British line. Kaz and I have really been playing a lot of medium tanks lately. Haven't been playing as many heavy tanks. Kaz all of a sudden, I don't know whether it's just the fact that he's playing more medium tanks, and that could be the reason why he's getting better at the medium tanks, or whether it's just because he's had enough of heavy tanks and wants to try something else. He just hasn't had a lot of success in some of the heavy tanks he's played since going down the Russian KV line heavy. He really doesn't like the E75, and that's only because of the top tier turret. And I agree with him. If you don't have the top tier turret in that tank, it trolls you. If you don't have the top gun, you have the Tiger 2 gun. Yes, it can penetrate tier 9. It's a good gun. It can penetrate tier 9s and tier 10s. So it's a very good gun, but it doesn't have the same penetration and same alpha damage as what the top gun in the E75 does. But outside of that, look, I play all my tanks and I get used to them and I enjoy them and I keep them, and I do go back and play some of the tanks regularly when I'm playing with friends, and I just jump in them just for the sake of it, just because it's fun, it's something to do. And that's what you should do. You should find the tanks you're comfortable in, find the tanks you like, keep them in your garage. You don't have to be like me, who has over 90 tanks in his garage. The only reason why I have 90 tanks in my garage is because I spend money. If you can't spend money, just play the tanks you like playing, or play the tanks you are grinding up to get the tanks you want to play. That is the only way to do it. If you can spend a little money, it does help you. Having premium accounts does help you. It does help out. It gets you extra credit and extra gold. If you look at the detail reports, without a premium account, I only got 3,300, and I only got 21,000 credits. So premium account, yes, you do pay, and you do get better credits and better XP. So it makes your time a bit quicker. So it is a reward in itself for paying for two things. I'm always for, if you like something and they're doing a good job, give them something. Much as a free to play game, you can play it all the way up to tier 10 for free if you really want. Hell of a slog, but you can do it. But if you want to make it easier on yourself, spend $100, get 180 days if you really want. It's only half a year, 6 months of gameplay. That's all I did, and I renewed it again for another 6 months just because I enjoyed the game. But outside that, guys, as I said, enjoy your gaming. Happy hunting. I'll catch you on those battlefields.